Human Health and Diseases Part 5. In this video, you will be learning about drugs and impact of drugs on the human system and also alcohol. So in general, you're going to learn how an human being can become addicted either to drugs or to the alcohol. Drugs that have the ability to alter the activity of nervous system are called psychoactive drugs. Opioids are the drugs which bind to opioid receptors present in our central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. Examples of opioids include morphine, codeine, and heroin. These are primarily used to manage pain. Some are used just prior to or during surgery. Codeine is used to relieve coughing. Methadone is used to help people control their dependence on heroin or other narcotics. Heroin is an illegal, highly addictive drug. It is both the most abused and the most rapidly acting of the opiates. Heroin is a processed from morphine, a naturally occurring substance extracted from the seed pod of certain varieties of poppy plants. Cannabinoids are a group of chemicals which interact with cannabinoid receptors present principally in brain. Natural cannabinoids are obtained from the flower tops or the inflorescence of the plant Cannabis sativa. The main active component here is the delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol or THC. Coca is a densely leaved plant which is native to America and it is obtained the chemical name of the plant the botanical name of the plant is Erythroxylum coca. The plant is best known in modern times for the stimulant drug cocaine that is extracted from its new fresh leaf tips in a similar fashion to tea bush harvesting. LSD is the most powerful of the group of drugs known as hallucinogens. The name LSD is an abbreviated version of the drug's chemical name lysergic acid diethylamide. LSD increases blood pressure and heart rate. It also increases the body's temperature and makes the pupil in the eye larger. These physical changes are the first thing users feel and may cause numbness, weakness, and a lack of coordination. Addiction to tobacco is caused by the presence of nicotine. It's a major stimulatory component of tobacco products, including cigarettes. It is smoked, chewed, or used as a snuff. So now let us see some psychotropic drugs, their effects and the clinical uses. Now sedatives and tranquilizers, they are also called depressants. Examples are barbiturates, benzodiazepines. Example could also be Valium, that is the trade name. Effects, it depresses the brain activity and produces a feeling of calmness, relaxation or drowsiness in higher doses, and then they induce the sleep. So clinically, it is used as an hypnotic and an anti-anxiety medicine. Opiate narcotics. Examples would be opium, morphine, heroin, methadone, and pethidine. They all suppress the brain function, relieve intense pain, and produce a feeling of well-being. Clinically, it is used as an analgesic. Stimulants, caffeine, amphetamines, cocaine, and its derivatives. They stimulate or speed up the central nervous system functioning, makes a person more wakeful, increases the alertness and activity, and produces excitement. So, clinically, they are used to treat narcolepsy, weight loss, weight control, and attention deficit. Hallucinogens include LSD, mescaline, psilocybin, hashish, charas, marijuana. They alter a person's thought, feelings, and perceptions, and they bring in about a lot of hallucinations. Clinically, they are not used. Now, after seeing some of the drugs, now let us look into what is drug addiction and what are the causes. Psychological and physiological dependence of an individual to the intake of certain drugs is called drug addiction. Drug addiction is a state of periodic or chronic intoxication detrimental to the individual and to the society, which is produced by repeated consumption of a drug. Drug addiction has two components, physical dependency and psychological dependency. Physical dependency occurs when a drug has been used habitually and the body has become accustomed to its effects. The person must then continue to use the drug in order to feel normal, or its absence will trigger the symptoms of withdrawal. Psychological dependency occurs when a drug has been used habitually and the mind has become emotionally reliant either to elicit pleasure or relieve pain and does not feel capable of functioning without it. Its absence produces intense cravings, which are often brought on and on or magnified by stress. A dependent person may have either aspects of dependency but often has both. If a drug addict stops taking a drug, or that is the abstinence, his body ceases to function normally, so it results in physical dependency. A whole complex of unlike withdrawal symptoms and rebound are experienced. The withdrawal symptoms may range from mild tremors to convulsions, severe agitation, and fits, depending on the type of drug abused. In some cases, withdrawal symptoms can be very severe and even life threatening, and the person may need medical supervision during the withdrawal period. Drug abuse is on the rise among the youth due to several factors like tension and peer group pressure. Now, let us look at what are the causes for drug addiction. First one would be curiosity. Frequent reference of drugs in the print media, electronic media, and description by addicts create curiosity for having a personal experience. Frequent description by friends about the good feeling creates a temptation. Such encouragement from friends and peer groups acts as a pressure to start the drugs. Repeated use of drug by a parent, elder, or a family member in front of the younger ones act as the most natural stimulant. Some people fall in the trap of drugs for enhancing their physical and mental capabilities. Like example, anabolic steroids by sports person, amphetamine by students and drivers. And to overcome frustration and depressions, the desire to get solace or relief from personal problems also initiate the use of the drugs. So, alcoholism is a problem associated with consumption of enough alcohol to interfere with every part of life. Alcoholics don't hurt not only hurt themselves, but they also hurt their family and community life. Alcoholic drinks are costly, and most drinkers, because of their selfish habit, deprive their children and other members of the family of the basic needs. Thus, they create health and other problems. The drinking of alcohol is invariably associated with social crimes and dissolution of moral and cultural inhibitions. Alcoholics can often become irritated and argumentative, or quiet and withdrawn, or depressed, as well as feeling anxious and confused, and try to find relief by drinking more. Violence and other corrupt practices in the community are often directly or indirectly due to the consumption of alcohol. The intake of alcohol increases the rate of industrial accidents and decreases the production. Traffic accidents are often due to the drunken drivers. Illegal activities like production and selling of illicit liquor increases antisocial activities. Now, some of the important measures for the prevention and control of alcohol and drugs abuse among the adolescents would be like drug education and counseling program. It is important to provide drug education beginning with prospective drug users, essentially children and teens. The drug education program for students must begin at an early age, educate young people about the dangers associated with drug use and abuse. Looking for danger signs. Symptoms of alcohol and other drug abuse are not always clear cut, but alert parents and teachers can make out danger signs. Suitable measures would then be required to diagnose the problem and the basic causes. This would help in initiating proper remedial steps or treatment. Avoid undue peer pressure. Every student has his or her own stamina and personality, which should be respected and nurtured. Teach the young people skills in decision making, goal setting, and handling peer pressure. A student should not be punished unjustifiably to perform beyond his threshold limits. Seeking help from parents and peers. Parents need to be responsible and aware of what their children do and where they are at all times, and more time with them in order to educate them properly and have better relationships with their children. Help from peers would be sought who can guide youth suitably. Drug prevention enforcement should begin at home and should continue at school and after school. Prevention works and needs to be reinforced, enhanced, and expanded. Seeking professional help and medical help. A great deal of help is available in the form of professional psychologists, psychiatrists, and de-addiction and rehabilitation programs to help individuals who have sadly got into drug or alcohol abuse. With professional help, the affected individual is able to come out of the problem completely and lead a wholly normal and healthy life. Enforcing stronger laws and penalties. There also needs to be enforcement of stronger laws and meaningful legal penalties that hold users and dealers accountable for their actions. Firmer laws would make some of those who traffic, deal, or consume drugs think twice before they act.